All right, for number corner this month, we are doing a collection of meters, so kind of a meter a day. And I have some paper here that is 1 meter long. If I back up far enough, you should be able to see that whole meter, right? And I think back to when we were in school and we had our meter sticks, right? I can see that, hey, yeah, this is 1 meter. So I can imagine what a meter is by thinking of that meter stick that we had in our classroom that you maybe used or saw. And then, hey, here is our meter a day. So if I think about how much a meter is, make a mental picture of how much this 1 meter is, because each day we're going to be adding a meter to our collection. So on day 2, we are adding another meter, right? So if I imagine kids holding up this meter next to this meter, wow, all of a sudden, hey, that's 2 meters. Oh, that's longer than Mrs. Ellison's arm stretch, isn't it? So when I think about that and I think about adding a meter a day, it's going to get kind of long kind of quickly. And if I were to imagine what that would look like if we were standing up in front with each of you holding a meter as we add on a meter, all of a sudden we're going from that door that was in our classroom into the media center, right? And going across to first grade, right? So when I think about that meter a day, it's going to get collected each of those days to see how much we have all together. So when I think about what we're all collecting, on day 1, we're collecting 1 meter. So 1 is going to get filled in on our chart here. I want you to think about in your head, how many decimeters would that be? If I know that I have 1 meter, how many decimeters is that going to be? And also, how many centimeters is that going to be? So thinking back to what you already know about these measurements, are there going to be more centimeters in this meter or less? I notice on my meter stick that I have 1, and in between each of these 1s is 10 more little lines. Oh, so it makes me wonder, what exactly is this showing us? 1, 2, 3, and then there's that 10, and that 10 is nice and bold, and you can see each of those 10, 20, 30 nice and bold as you work up. So that makes me wonder, what would be showing me decimeters on this meter stick, and what would be showing me centimeters? So give me your best guess as to how many centimeters are in this meter and how many decimeters are in this meter. I know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So each of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is all the way up to, you guessed it, 100 or 99. And then that 100 isn't marked, but hey, 100 centimeters. So in my chart, I'm filling in 100 centimeters for this 1 meter. And Mrs. Ellison kind of pointed out that, hey, the 10, 20, 30, those were all bolded and a little bit bigger on our stick. And guess what? Those are representing our decimeters. So while this is 10 centimeters, it is also 1 decimeter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10 decimeters. So if in 1 meter I have 100 centimeters and 10 decimeters, what's going to happen on day 2 when we put 2 meters together? All right, go ahead and tell me, how many decimeters will it be for 2 days? How many centimeters will it be for 2 days? All right, so hopefully you said that it would be 20 decimeters for day 2 and 200 centimeters for day 2 as well. Okay, so now when I think about that pattern, what's going to happen as I go to day 3 and then day 4 and then day 5? What's going to keep happening? What do you notice about those numbers? All right, you're going to take that idea of what you think is going to happen and add it to our math discussion Padlet. What kind of patterns do you think we're going to see as we continue this pattern? All right, thank you.